In this video, we're going to look at reasons why laws need to change. Exam questions on this area are usually very straightforward, but there's a lot of content. So when you're revising, your main task is just to remember this knowledge. A simple question asking you to outline one reason why laws need to change will generally be worth 2 marks. To get the full 2 marks, you should outline the reason that you chose to discuss and use an example to support your point. We're going to discuss 5 reasons. For your revision, make sure that you memorise at least 3 of these quite well. One reason why laws need to change is because of a change in community values. To be effective, the law needs to reflect the society it governs, which means that the law changes as the values of society changes. For your example, you could discuss the change in divorce law in Australia. The Family Law Act of 1975 made divorce more accessible to married couples, as they no longer had to prove that one party was at fault for the marriage breakdown. This change came about because of changing community attitudes towards marriage. Laws may also change because our expectations of the legal system change. In the past, laws were generally introduced just to regulate people's behaviour and minimise the harm they do to others. Over time, however, we had to expand the roles that we expect the law to fulfil in society. For instance, state parliament has introduced a number of laws that protect people. They made bike helmets and car seat belts compulsory and restricted the ability to smoke in public. Our third reason is a change in community awareness. More so now than ever, people are aware of their rights and responsibilities under the law. This means that they are likely to question laws and demand change. To accommodate this, the Victorian government passed legislation establishing the Victorian Civil and Administrative Tribunal, also known as VCAT. VCAT provides a new and quicker way in which people can exercise their legal rights. Laws also need to change when there is a change in technology. Governments often regulate the use of technology in an attempt to protect the rights of others. For example, the increasing use of digital cameras led the Victorian government to amend the Summary Offences Act to include upskirting. That means that the act of taking a photo under a person's skirt without their consent was made a criminal act. The final reason we'll discuss is changes in international relations. Since the end of World War II, many countries have entered into a lot of treaties with each other. When Australia enters a new treaty, its government has to pass legislation to fulfil the terms of that treaty. For example, in 1983, Federal Parliament passed the World Heritage Act after signing a UN Convention on the Protection of Historic Natural Sites.
Excuse me, Angus. Why do we actually need to remember 3 reasons? Can't I just memorise 1 or 2 for the exam? There's so much information.
Well, Mick, let's look at a past exam to answer your question. The 2012 exam asked students to explain one reason why laws need to change other than changes in technology. If you are only prepared to discuss changes in technology, you wouldn't be able to answer this question. If you memorise 3 reasons why laws need to change in detail, you'll cover your bases and you can sit comfortably knowing that you can answer any question the exam throws at you. Thanks for watching and happy studying.